The new drama, Close to Home, coming Tuesdays this fall to CBS.
Good evening, I'm Russ Mitchell. Hurricane Katrina strengthens over the Gulf as evacuations begin from threatened coastal areas in Louisiana and points east. The latest on the hurricane, and we'll have these stories.
Are gas prices merely irritating to you? I'm Jim Axelrod in farm country where they're absolutely crippling.
I'm Bob Orr in Washington, where the condo market is red hot. But is the bubble about to burst?
I'm Lee Cowan with the story of a soldier's song that's climbing the charts here at home.
Designer fabrics, professional decorators. I'm Joey Chen on campus, while a couple milk crates and cinder blocks just won't cut it anymore.
This is the CBS Evening News with Russ Mitchell.
Tonight, the Gulf Coast is bracing for a visit from Hurricane Katrina, now packing winds of more than 100 miles per hour. The storm slammed through South Florida on Thursday, killing 7 and causing up to $2 billion in damage. This evening, it's on a path that could send it anywhere from the Florida Panhandle to Louisiana. Jim Acosta is in Biloxi, Mississippi with the latest. Jim?
Russ, along the Gulf Coast, residents are gearing up for what could become a dangerous Category 4 hurricane. And while Katrina is hundreds of miles away, people are being warned to use that time to get out of the way. Across the coastal casino town of Biloxi, Mississippi, gamblers are placing their bets on where Katrina will strike.
This is a hard job for us to board everybody up, and we dread it.
In New Orleans, local officials are worried that after escaping so many strong hurricanes in the past, the Big Easy is now in for a big hit.
It looks like, we're going to have to bear some of the brunt of this storm.
Because low-lying New Orleans could be at risk for devastating floods, residents may be asked to leave the city tomorrow. Add that to the evacuation orders already in effect for Louisiana's parishes near the Gulf, and today was a good day to gas up.
Good luck for all of us.
And oddly enough, it's the Florida Panhandle that's breathing easier tonight after so many terrible storms. It looks like Katrina may spare residents over there. Russ?
South Florida is scrambling to recover from Katrina's first landfall yesterday. Crews worked to restore power to 850,000 customers and rebuild eroded beaches. Early estimates of damage range as high as $2 billion. To get the latest on Hurricane Katrina, let's turn to Brian Norcross of our station WFOR in Miami. And Brian, first of all, where is Katrina and where do you expect her to hit land?
Russ, Katrina is moving away from Florida now. Here on the satellite sequence, you can see it pulling away from the Keys. We also see it getting larger. Now, if it were to continue west, that would be one thing, but that's not expected. It's expected to make a turn to the north, and it looks like landfall between central Louisiana and the Pensacola area at the end of the Florida Panhandle.
What is the timetable here?
It looks like Monday this is going to happen. Weather will deteriorate late on Sunday and then landfall during the day on Monday.
How strong do you expect Katrina to be at that point?
It looks like it's going to be very strong. The forecast is for Category 4. It could go a little higher, it could go a little less, but right now thinking a Category 4 devastating hurricane event on Monday.
Brian Norcross of WFOR TV in Miami. Thanks a lot. In Iraq, Arab Sunni leaders are warning their community not to resort to violence if their demands on constitutional amendments are not met. This a month and a half before the nation goes to the polls to vote on the new constitution. Laura Logan in Baghdad has the latest on the battle over the constitution and another day of destruction in Iraq.
The latest victims of Iraq's insurgency, Iraqi National Guardsmen hit by a roadside bomb in the northern city of Kirkuk. Here, too, a suspected insurgent blew himself up and another was injured while they were preparing explosives. More roadside bombs were found at the scene. Miles away in the capital, the constitutional crisis deepened as it became clear the Iraqi government would force through an amended draft without agreement from the Sunnis.
I have no illusion that the next 6 months is going to be a rough ride for the Iraqis, but I see no other way ahead.
The Sunni Speaker of Iraq's parliament denied the negotiations had divided the country, but admitted it was dangerous not to have the Sunnis on board.
That will give the insurgency more
a chance, to do whatever they want to do.
Now it seems Sunni leaders plan to mobilize their followers to vote against the constitution in the referendum on October 15th. If the Sunnis succeed in defeating the constitution, then parliament will dissolve and the whole process will start over again with new elections to a new National Assembly who will have to write a new draft constitution from scratch. And that will certainly delay any hope of reducing the level of violence here. Russ?
Laura, based on what you're hearing from folks there, does it look like the Sunnis really have enough votes to stop the constitution?
Yes, they do, because they have a majority in 4 provinces, and you only need a no vote in 3 provinces to defeat the Constitution. They chose not to vote in January because their leaders instructed them not to, but they've been politically isolated, and it seems this time they don't want to make the same mistake.
Laura Logan in Baghdad. Thanks a lot. Another U.S. soldier has died in Afghanistan. The soldier was killed and 4 others wounded by a roadside bomb yesterday near the border with Pakistan. He was the 48th U.S. soldier killed in Afghanistan this year. President Bush today urged Americans to be patient with the U.S. military mission in Iraq. At the same time, groups for and against the war faced off outside his Texas ranch. White House correspondent Mark Knoller is there.
By the thousands, they poured into the president's hometown. Busloads of demonstrators on both sides of the war in Iraq. At the biggest of the campsites, named for Cindy Sheehan's son, Casey, a U.S. soldier killed last year in Iraq, the ranks of her anti-war movement swelled.
You know, he always said before he got us into this illegal and immoral invasion, occupation of Iraq, if you're not for us, you're against us. Well, Mr. President, we're against you.
But in a parking lot a few miles away, other demonstrators heard a decidedly different message from the mother of a U.S. Marine back safely from Iraq.
Us parents are going to stand united as the majority voice and say, Cindy Sheehan, you don't speak for us, right?
3 weeks to the day after Cindy Sheehan arrived in Crawford, the town filled with those opposed to her call for a U.S. withdrawal from Iraq, and they said they came to deliver one message above all others.
We support the troops and their mission.
Behind a security perimeter, President Bush remained on the grounds of his ranch, but he made his case about Iraq in his Saturday radio address.
Our efforts in Iraq and the broader Middle East will require more time, more sacrifice, and continued resolve. Yet people across the Middle East are choosing a future of freedom and prosperity and hope.
Because this is the president's hometown, the exchange of rhetoric drew national attention. But it clearly reflects a growing division between Americans about the U.S. military engagement in Iraq and whether it is worth the loss of nearly 1,900 American lives so far. Russ.
Mark Knoller with the president in Crawford, Texas. Thanks a lot. There was frenzy outside a gas station outside St. Louis today. Hundreds of motorists showed up after the station cut the price of regular by 40 cents a gallon for just 4 hours, all part of a church-sponsored event to help poorer drivers cope with record prices. And CBS News has been checking out the nationwide impact of those prices in a special series, the Cross Country Price Patrol. Jim Axelrod is driving coast to coast from New York to San Francisco, and tonight he's in the high plains in Sidney, Nebraska. Jim, good evening.
You know, Russ, this is not a part of the country where spiking gas prices mean cutting a 5-day vacation back to a 2-day vacation. Here in the Farm Belt, the price of gas and diesel is much more of a make-or-break issue than that. Each time Mike Byer fills up his sprayer, it's 130 gallons.
Regular use, if I'm running hard, one tank will last a day.
Mike had a contract for diesel set last year at $1.80 a gallon. The contract ends this week. With the corn harvest coming, he's going to have to pay current prices, $2.70 a gallon.
Now, what's that going to mean to you?
It's a hard hit. Maybe I'll have to get another job. I don't know. I work from 4 till dark now.
Hard hit? Do the math. That's $100 more, right from his pocket, each day he uses the sprayer.
You got this crop this far. Can you afford to leave it there? You can't afford to leave it there. It's a catch-22, and you can't afford to harvest it.
And you don't have to be a farmer to fall victim to the effect of spiking gas prices on farm communities. Just ask Roger Muckle. He flies a crop duster. He buys gas 8,000 gallons at a time.
From 4 years ago, it's tripled in price.
It's a vicious circle here in Sidney, Nebraska. Roger passes his cost hikes on to his customers, who, as we know from Mike Beyer, are already getting hammered.
If they're not making money, they spend less money with me.
But the farmer doesn't have anyone to pass it on to. Gas for the irrigation pumps, the sprayers, the trucks and the tractors.
We have to just eat the extra and go on from there.
You know, we were saying in this part of the country, gas prices are a far more serious issue than simply cutting into vacations. It's a different life on the farm. You know, the last time Mike Beyer had a vacation, the farmer we just met, his honeymoon. He was married 19 years ago. Russ?
Jim, let me ask you, you said that Mike had no one to pass on the cost to. Why doesn't he just do like everybody else and pass it on to the consumer?
It just doesn't work that way. The economics of agriculture are such that a commodities market sets the price, not the farmer. And if a major hog operation or a food processor doesn't like the price Mike wants for his corn, they can go to a gazillion other places, including overseas to China or Brazil. So Mike has to eat the higher gas prices. He just can't pass them on. Russ?
Jim Axelrod in Nebraska. Safe travels. We'll see you soon. And still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, is the roof about to fall in on the hot condo market?
Heartburn's back.
Deal me back in.
You mean out. Tumsy X can't keep acid from coming back. Choose the juice that work fast and last.
New Malox Antacid Barrier.
Fast relief plus a long-lasting protective barrier. New Malox Antacid Barrier.
A morning traffic reporter really needs to wake up. Good thing there's Folgers, because folks count on her to get up.
Let's go.
And does she ever?
It's smooth sailing this morning.
Good improvement.
Thank you, Doctor.
Cholesterol's down. Well done.
That's great.
Hello, doctor's office.
And I gotta tell you, nice job.
Mr. Decker?
I told you we'd get it down.
Yep, even doctors can have high cholesterol. When diet and exercise aren't enough, adding Lipitor can lower your bad cholesterol from 39 to 60%. In fact, more cardiologists surveyed said they'd prescribe Lipitor for their own family members than any other cholesterol brand. Lipitor is one of many cholesterol-lowering treatment options in addition to diet and exercise that you and your doctor can consider. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or who may become pregnant. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor about other medications you are taking or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as these may be signs of a rare but serious side effect. Ask your doctor about Lipitor today.
All of us have internal plumbing. But for some of us with frequent urges, our pipes just don't work as well as they should. Sometimes you worry you could spring an embarrassing leak. So why deal with it on your own when there's something more you can do? Treat it once daily with Vesicare. Vesicare can reduce urges and may even help relieve bladder leakage. If you have certain types of stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems, do not take Vesicare. While taking Vesicare, if you experience a serious allergic reaction, severe abdominal pain, or become constipated for 3 or more days, tell your doctor right away. Common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, blurred vision, and indigestion. So why wait? Ask your doctor today if Vesicare is right for you. Fewer urges and leaks. With Vesicare, it's not just a pipe dream.
So, Doc, let's see what you can do for this poor seasonal allergy sufferer.
You're really miserable.
I've tried these. They only last about 6 hours. And all of these make me drowsy.
I think this will help.
Allegra 180, long-lasting and non-drowsy.
Not one of these allergy medicines can give you long-lasting seasonal allergy relief without the risk of drowsiness, but Allegra 180 can.
Allegra lasts the whole day and night.
For people 12 and over, side effects are low and may include headache, cold, or backache.
I'll take Allegra any day.
Long-lasting Allegra. The relief goes on.
The locomotive and 2 cars of a Russian passenger train were derailed today by a bomb in southern Dagestan, near the border with rebellious Chechnya. Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan cautioned today that the housing boom will inevitably cool off and prices could even drop. The condominium bubble is already showing signs of being overstretched, as we hear from Bob Orr.
No, not yet.
It's a weekend ritual.
You go buy the paper and find the open houses and usually end up fighting people to get into the door.
And for Nicole Yanjanin and Mark Malouf, it's getting old.
I think I've looked at maybe 35 or 40 places.
I have put a couple bids down and have lost all the bids.
They're competing in a new national sport, condo hunting. More than 900,000 condominiums have been sold in the past year, and prices are up 11%. But there are signs the condo market is cooling off. July sales fell 5%, and there are now more unsold units on the market than ever before.
We are seeing a bubble.
Economists like Dean Baker are especially concerned because so many people are buying multiple condos as investments, hoping to flip them, to turn right around and sell them for a quick profit.
It's very, very risky. This is just like buying into the NASDAQ in late 99.
Realtors say last month's sales dip does point to a little air being let out of the ballooned condo market. But they say with interest rates remaining low, any talk of a crash is premature.
The demand for condos should remain strong for the next several years at least because of demographics and lifestyle changes.
Especially among baby boomers. Many of them, now empty nesters, are trading in their suburban homes to be closer to the city. And their kids are part of the trend too. They're entering a housing market where condos are often the only affordable option.
We're not going to see 20, 30% price appreciation forever, but certainly we're going to see an expanding housing market.
At this open house, for instance,
I could have anywhere from 30 to 50 people to the open.
There's still more talk of competition than worry about a bubble, meaning these friends might play the condo hunting game a while longer before closing any deal. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.
An unusual exhibit opened at the London Zoo this weekend. 8-cage human beings are on display. The humans wear fig leaves, and they do get to spend the night at home. Just ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, one veteran's musical journey from Baghdad to Nashville.
It's frustrating. Just when you're ready to relax, that's when it happens. The urge to move, along with uncomfortable sensations in your legs. They're hard to describe, but they can even keep you from getting to sleep. You feel the urgent need to get up and move, just to get some relief. There's a name for it, restless leg syndrome. And if you have it, you're among the nearly 1 in 10 U.S. adults who do. Want to know more? Visit restlesslegs.com or talk to your doctor.
Hi! Stupid allergies.
Poor kid can't sleep.
He's all congested from nasal allergies.
Only Nasonex is clinically proven to treat and help prevent congestion and other seasonal nasal allergy symptoms.
Let's tell his mom. You go.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
His congestion's better.
But your nose isn't.
For seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, Nasonex is the one to treat and help prevent congestion. Talk to your doctor.
We look all right?
Well, I take pain medicine for my arthritis.
She takes it every day.
I didn't know it could put me at risk for stomach ulcers.
She didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know either.
If you take certain pain medications on a continuous basis and you're 60 or over, you may be at risk for a stomach ulcer.
I didn't want to give up my pain medicine, so my doctor...
Dr. Wagner is a very smart man.
...prescribed Nexium.
To take with her pain medicine.
For people at risk, one prescription Nexium pill a day can help reduce the chance of a stomach ulcer caused by certain pain medications.
My doctor did say that headaches, diarrhea,
and abdominal pain
could be side effects of Nexium.
Talk to your doctor and find out if Nexium, the purple pill, is right for you. For a free trial offer, call 1-800-79-NEXIUM or visit us online.
Now she doesn't worry so much about ulcers. It's nice.
If you're without prescription coverage and can't afford your medications, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
So long, ordinary toothbrush. The Oral-B dental experts have created cleaning technology like nothing else on Earth. The Oral-B Professional Care 8000. It pulsates and oscillates to loosen plaque and sweep it away. Teeth get twice as clean and dramatically whiter. Gums get stronger. Your whole mouth gets healthier. You'll never go back to an ordinary brush again. The Oral-B Professional Care 8000. Brush like a dentist.
Senator John McCain on the war in Iraq, Cindy Sheehan and the anti-war movement, and politics on Face the Nation with Bob Schieffer Sunday.
For all the news coverage out of Baghdad, it is still hard sometimes to get a real sense of what the battle for Iraq is like for the Americans in uniform who are serving there. That's where one National Guardsman comes in. Lee Cowan's report on a wartime ballad is tonight's Weekend Journal.
It may be Nashville that's dubbed Music City, USA, but if a new tune climbing the charts is any hint, Baghdad may soon give Nashville a run for its country money.
Bottom of my boots sure are getting warm.
If you haven't heard of Luke Strickland, you will. That's Army Specialist Luke Strickland, an Arkansas National Guardsman who found his voice in war.
But I was born an American, by God's amazing grace.
Every time you call home and talk to your mom or your wife or family, friends, anybody you talk to, you know, the first thing they ask, you know, every time you call is what's it like and what's going on.
Every day while Luke was gone, you live for the emails and you live for the phone calls.
So, really for his mom more than anyone else, Luke bought a guitar on the streets of Baghdad, and one night in 1 hour, he found a way to describe the indescribable, not in a letter, but in lyrics.
It breaks my heart to see these kids out on the streets.
That bothered me more than car bombs or anything else, you know. It was just tough to see.
He and a buddy emailed their Baghdad ballad home.
No, by now it's just my time to go.
Not exactly studio quality, but who cares?
It downloaded finally on my computer, and when it started playing, I literally broke down and just sat there and cried and cried and cried.
She took it to the local radio station where listeners found that description so moving.
We couldn't play it enough because of the phone calls we got.
Here's the hometown boy himself, Luke Strickland.
Luke wasn't even back from Baghdad a month when he was offered his first record contract.
And that's when something truly remarkable happened. Because suddenly the boy from small-town Arkansas who became a soldier and then wrote and recorded a song in a bombed-out building in Baghdad ended up on country music's most famous stage of all.
By God's amazing grace.
Nashville's Grand Ole Opry, where his patriotic picking reminded a nation to count its many blessings.
There's a lot of little things that I didn't enjoy as much as I do now, you know. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to make me happy.
Trade the Sunbeam, my Chevrolet.
Which is why, as good as all the success is, better than his wildest dreams, he's still the happiest just picking away on a front porch under the stars. Simple pleasures back home. Lee Cowan, CBS News, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Up next on tonight's CBS Evening News, college dorm decorating 101.
I should have measured this thing.
Hey, a new drink. Ingredients: high fructose corn syrup, inositol, pyridoxine hydrochloride, maltodextrin, glucurono something or other. Of course, my favorite, caffeine. Or Florida orange juice. Ingredients: fresh air, rain, sunshine.
A glass of Florida orange juice every morning is a natural way to get many of the nutrients you need. Florida orange juice. Healthy, pure, and simple.
Once, a great night's sleep was easy to catch. But now, your restless mind keeps chasing sleep away.
I've got to pay those bills. Did I call the electrician?
Introducing Lunesta, a sleep aid that can give you and your restless mind the sleep you need. Lunesta helps most people sleep all through the night and works quickly, so take it right before bed. Lunesta is non-narcotic and approved for long-term use. Of course, do not use sleep medicines for extended periods without first talking to your doctor. Be sure you have at least 8 hours to devote to sleep before becoming active. Until you know how you'll react to Lunesta, you should not drive or operate machinery. Avoid taking Lunesta with alcohol. All sleep medicines carry some risk of dependency. Side effects may include unpleasant taste, headache, drowsiness, and dizziness. Ready to catch a great night's sleep? Just climb into bed and leave the rest to Lunesta.
Got gas, pressure, bloating? Tums doesn't treat gas. To treat gas, use Gas-X. for fast, powerful relief.
Popcorn?
Ooh.
Gas X beats the bloat, and acids don't.
So I put on this Thermacare heat wrap for knees. It heated up, and it was all downhill from there. With less knee stiffness, less pain. Nice. Oh, and since the knee wrap can go anywhere I go, I'm gone.
Sure, we had a good time pillaging. But with so many people switching to Capital One, we've had to find new jobs.
Maybe a 7.5.
It's been especially tough on Ivan the Great.
For low rates and great rewards, switch to Capital One.
What's in your wallet? What are you looking at?
The Price Patrol, Week 2. Monday, we'll visit a Wyoming town that's squeezing the last drop of oil out of old wells. On the CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer. Experience you can trust.
Finally this evening, it is harder than ever to get into college these days. And tuition for just 1 year could buy a new car. But that's old news. The newest thing on campus is a dorm room with all the comforts of home, as Joey Chen saw for herself.
If you want to see what's on the got to have it list this fall, stop by 335 Anderson Hall.
I should measure this thing.
Where Brandon Sabo's shoving his 6-foot-long leather couch through the door so he can watch his flat screen, listen to his surround sound, and play his Xbox in comfort.
Essentials.
Essentials?
Yes, college essentials.
Oh, right. But the American University freshman isn't alone. College students and their parents will spend more than $8 billion on back-to-campus electronics this fall. And if you think that's over the top, how about hiring a professional decorator?
We've done a room that cost upwards of $8,000. Now,
$8,000 for a dorm room?
$8,000 for a dorm room. The majority of those dollars were spent in custom bedding, custom fabric.
But $8,000? Yes. It's a lesson of college life not lost on retailers. Dorm decorating is already a multi-billion-dollar business. Thousands cram the aisles for back-to-campus nights this summer, stocking up on fake milk crates and fancy hangers.
The mesh desk accessories, underbed drawers, the built-in magnetic board, deodorant remover.
Emily Mashak wants to make sure she has everything she needs at Virginia Tech.
I went to college with a suitcase and good luck, have a nice life. That's what my dad said to me.
But today's college kids, raised in their own rooms with TVs, laptops, and iPods, expect more. And hard-working, guilt-ridden parents are willing to pay for it.
Whatever she wanted, she got. Because
she's your baby.
She's my baby, and it's a crossroad. You know, this is a major crossroad.
Still, even in the dorm room that has just about everything, it's nice to find. So you had to have Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah.
Some things never change. Joey Chen, CBS News, Washington.
I think I had one of those, and so did you. And that's the CBS Evening News. Tomorrow and Sunday morning, singer Eartha Kitt. Then on Face the Nation, Senator John McCain. Thanks for joining us this Saturday evening. I'm Russ Mitchell, CBS News in New York. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. The Walmart Price, saving you money on the things you need every day. Experience CBS News.
Thought you missed your chance for an incredible deal on a Ford? It's not too late. Ford's family plan has been extended. Now drive a 2005 Ford Expedition for a Ford family plan price of just $29,672. That's more than $8,900 below sticker price on the SUV with the highest owner loyalty in its class. Great selection, great savings, limited time. See your local Ford dealer today.
The fire-roasted flavor of the Great Southwest is at O'Charlie's right now, where you can taste your way to Santa Fe with our Fiesta shrimp pasta, tossed in a Southwestern Alfredo sauce. Chipotle glazed chicken O-tenders with fries, salad, and our freshly baked rolls. And O'Charlie's Santa Fe spiced sirloin medallions with crispy onion tanglers. So for every mood and any occasion, meet us at O'Charlie's and taste your way to Santa Fe for as little as $9.99.
A hero's goodbye for two guardsmen who never came home.
Also tonight, 10 care cuts have started, but the fight to save the program is not over yet.
And we've got dry conditions out across Middle Tennessee now. That's likely to change thanks to Katrina.